Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 9 a.m. news and weather updates from the First Alert Desk. Now, a controversial school budget was denied at a budget meeting last night. Now, the budget that could cut millions of dollars for funding for Craven County schools in the 2025-2026 school year has been a controversial subject for months in Craven County. And again, the Board of Education met last night for a special meeting to vote on it. Now, resident Stephanie Jones said, quote, "It's important to me that the children of our state and our county need to be educated for our future. And a budget is an important factor in that," end quote. Now, one proposed cut for the school year was eliminating $300,000 in non-instructional support for students. And some Craven County residents spoke to WITN at the meeting, feared these budget cuts were just simply not worth it. Now, school counselor Roxanne Wheeler said, quote, "I'm really hoping that they're taking into consideration all the facts and all of the information and how the mental health field is so important in the school system, especially the social workers, nurses, the counselors," end quote. Now, the Board of Education seemed to agree. When it came time to vote, the motion failed, 5-2, leaving many Craven County residents wondering what now. Now, the Craven County Schools Public Relations Director Jennifer Wagner says the school system has work to do moving forward. Quote, "Obviously, there are some things that some board members are passionate about that they would like to see changed. So we'll have to find out what those areas are and where we need to make reductions or to add things back into the local budget," end quote. Now, according to Wagner, the school system is working diligently to keep important programs and staff positions within the school from getting cut. And speaking of budgets and, of course, the economy, we now turn our attention to President Trump and the ongoing trade war that, again, has many markets in upheaval, but there has been progress. Last night was announced that the U.S. has agreed to a new trade deal with the UK. NBC's Alice Barr has more from Washington.
President Trump this morning confirming what he called a full and comprehensive trade deal with the United Kingdom ahead of a formal Oval Office announcement. It's the first deal since the president began imposing sweeping tariffs on trading partners around the world, promising more to come after Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent faced a grilling on Capitol Hill over delivering on trade deals.
There are 18 important trading partners, and we are moving forward at all deliberate speed with those.
The secretary set to begin highly anticipated negotiations with China this weekend, as President Trump, while swearing in a new ambassador to China, signaled he's not backing down.
Are you open to pulling back your tariffs in order to get China to the negotiating table?
No.
And pushed back on the idea that the U.S. initiated the China trade talks.
They said we initiated? Well, I think they ought to go back and study their files.
The 145% tariff on Chinese goods has already forced some prices up for U.S. consumers. Now, the Federal Reserve says it's leaving interest rates unchanged, rather than the rate cut President Trump has been pressing for, the Fed chair citing economic uncertainty fueled by tariff policy.
If the large increases in tariffs that have been announced are sustained, they're likely to generate a rise in inflation, a slowdown in economic growth, and an increase in unemployment.
Chairman Powell noting it's unclear if those effects would be short-lived or long-lasting, arguing a resilient economy overall makes a wait-and-see approach to rates possible, as markets to Main Street wait for more solid footing. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Thank you very much, Alice, for that report. We now turn our attention to your weather forecast, where today we will see a little bit more cloud cover in the sky than what we've seen over the past 2 days. Now, right now, raindrops few and far between. A few light drizzle spots will be possible at times today. Right now, we're seeing some of that very light drizzle activity rolling over portions of Hyde County, really from Washington County around the Phelps Lake area, extending down towards Lake Mattamuskeet. We've got, again, just a few light showers coming down. taking our focus a little bit further back towards the west. Again, Charlotte all the way down to Columbia right now, seeing again some very light showers. Those are going to be trying to push towards eastern North Carolina, but for today, a possibility of just kind of some light drizzle pretty much through the day, through the next several hours into the early afternoon. And we'll have another round of rain coming in later on tonight into early tomorrow morning. Right now, air temperatures upper 60s to low to mid 70s. We've got 66 in Roanoke Rapids, 74 in Beaufort, and winds right now starting to come a little bit more out of the west-southwest than what we were looking at yesterday. Yesterday we had more of a northwesterly breeze. Well, today we're faced with a west-southwesterly wind that will promote a little bit more heat and humidity gain as we head into the afternoon. Now, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I do want to say good morning to Esmeralda tuning in from Chinquapin. Thank you so much for joining us today over on Facebook. As far as, again, the rain showers go, the more measurable rain will show up again later on this evening, but I think it's overnight tonight into tomorrow morning where the widespread rain, the showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder will be possible. We're not looking at a great opportunity for severe weather because these storms are going to be rolling in the morning. That usually is a very stable time for our atmosphere. A lot of storms struggle to really get going in the morning hours unless they've got significant upper level support, which right now this system just does not truly have. We'll see another round of rain rolling in late Friday evening into Friday night with some showers possibly trying to linger near the coast as we head through the upcoming weekend. Here's a look at your, again, full 8-day forecast. We've got a pretty good shot of rain coming in over the weekend, particularly really coming up for tomorrow. But then as we head into Sunday, coastal showers will be present. Those of you watching across coastal Onslow, coastal, just about all of Carteret County, extending over the Outer Banks as well. You guys should be aware that coming up for Mother's Day, there will be some showers present. Some of those showers could be heavy at times. Inland areas, cloud cover, yes, but rain showers far more sparse. You're going to have more of a concentration of rain as you get closer towards the coast. Also want to say good morning to Rosina as well as Tony. Thank you guys so much for joining us over on Facebook. Now, we'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour, including a more in-depth look at the storms coming in tomorrow morning, coming up at 10 a.m. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Enjoy your day. Try not to get rained on, and we'll see you back here coming up at 10.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.